ladies and gentlemen, I am WealthClay27, aka Ree. And you guys might already notice that I have a guest with me today. A new guest.
Hello, fellow people. I am DragonLore95 here, and I ain't the only one around here. We have another guest.
Hello. I is Jojo.
Yup. Everyone meet Jojo. He will be joining us for this reading. And I'm very thankful for you to join us on this because honestly, having some more people joining these things are fun.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'd love to help.
Just doing this for fun.
So there's narration. Should I read the narration?
We can take turns.
We take turns, of course.
Yeah. So if you want to read first, you are more than welcome to. But if you want one of us to read first, we be happy to take it. You don't. My reading sucks.
maybe. Okay, who will you be playing in this, Ree?
Honestly, I don't know. But hey, if you guys want me to voice some random character, I would do it. Again, I'm doing this just for fun and everything, and I'm just here to have fun.
If you want to, you can start the narrating, because I'll probably have to save my voice for whatever crazy characters might pop up.
Yes.
Oh my god, here I go again, reading the first time in a long time. Okay. He laid in his bed, gazing at the ceiling that has been decorated. Right, I cannot read. Right?
It's okay. Take your time.
Decorated with stars and planets. It was as if he was lying on a grassy hill looking at the night sky. His bedroom was fit for a king. A large, soft bed, plenty of space, and beautiful view of the world below him from the balcony. He liked his room, but it served a confident reminder of his future. Anybody want to take over?
Yeah, I can do that.
Go.
Alright, the boy's name was Hupao, and he was the Prince of Cress, a mystical kingdom high above the world of Phantomile, that was formerly only spoken in legends, ever since the legendary Dream Traveler, alongside Hupao, defeated the nightmare that had plagued their world, the Moon Kingdom. As many Phantomalians often called it, has drifted a lot more closely to the ground below. Before it was only visible by telescope. Now it can be seen at night, spreading good dreams across the land, illuminated like a full moon in a clear sky. Hupao knew that his mother, the Moon Queen, was getting older. Pretty soon she'd have to step down as ruler of Cress, which means that Hupao will eventually have to take over as the new king of Cress. He was excited, yet at the same time, insecurities and doubt plagued his mind.
Will I be a good ruler? Will I be respected? Will I be able to handle responsibility? Will I make mistakes like I did with him? It's my best human impression.
He trailed off as he remembered something from his past. Something he wished he could forget. He made a mistake. He did what he thought was the right thing to do, but he shattered both his best friend's heart and his perception of reality in the process. It had been roughly 4 years since the Dream Traveler, Klonoa, left their world. At the time, they were only kids. Hupao was 10, Klonoa was 8. Hupao was tasked by his mother to recruit Klonoa in order to help them defeat the looming threat of the dark spirit Gadius, and his mischievous henchman, Joka. Hupao knew he had to gain Klonoa's trust fast, so he implanted fake memories of the two being best friends for years. Him having a caring grandpa, as well as living in Breescale. The Phantomalian Wind Village, his whole life. He knew it was wrong. But he was desperate and young. He thought it was best what he should have done to guarantee that the dream traveler would help him on his quest. He could still hear Klonoa's distraught and pained screams of denial and betrayal, as the young Cabot was forcefully dragged back to his own world, his Phantom Isle, as the prince put it. The home that Klonoa couldn't remember or even knew existed, thanks to Hupo's fake memories, overriding his real ones. Once it was all over...
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry. You did say you said you wanted to have a little bit of some break-in, so let me basically
Yeah, go ahead. Take over for a moment. Rest my voice.
Yeah, take in and take out.
Yeah. Once it was all over, Hupo returned his mother in tears, devastated by Klonoa's departure. Although the Moon Queen assured him that he did the right thing, even though clearly it wasn't, and that thanks to him and Klonoa, Cress and Phantom Isle are saved and will continue to prosper, the young prince struggled to come to terms with that to this day. Most nights, he lied in bed, wishing he could have at least one last talk with Klonoa, one last chance to make things right. He was so deep in thought that he didn't notice himself slowly drifting off to sleep.
I got it.
Okay, Dagon.
Okay, we're gonna have to get used to this, but hey, at least we're having fun. Anyways, Hugo found himself in a pit dark void with nothing else to do aside from walk onwards into the unknown.
Onwards. Apparently there are omelets in the dream world.
Onwards, I said! Onwards, not omelets! Jeez, you're hungry! Whatever.
It's okay.
Oh, you made me hungry. Okay.
Onward.
Onwards, into the unknown, his footsteps leaving water like ripples beneath him. It was eerie, yet oddly...
Eerie.
oddly... I cannot say
Serene.
Serene. That was until the nothingness of his location was interrupted by a... I cannot read that word. Silhouette in the distance. It was straight with long nails and it appears to be a cap on its head. Hupo felt a lump in his throat once he realized who the silhouette was. It was Klonoa. He looked older and more different clothes, but it was definitely him.
Klonoa? Klonoa!
Hupo called out, but Klonoa didn't move an inch. Hupo kept calling out to him as he started... I can't read that word. Advancing towards the Cabot boy. As his walk became around, he deftly cried out to his friend, only for them to fall on deaf ears. Eventually, Hupo reached Klonoa, but he put his hands on his shoulders in the hopes of getting his attention. Klonoa jerked it around and knocked Hupo back with his hand, causing the prince to lose his footing and fall back.
I never forgot Hupo.
Hupo looked into his eyes and saw only darkness and content as he stared down at the prince. The tone of his voice was cold, bitter, and dripping with hate.
I never forgot what you did to me. You took everything from me, Hupo! I trusted you! Klonoa, please listen to me! I just want to...
Hupo stammered, only to be interrupted.
I don't want to hear your pathetic apologies. I don't want to see your face ever again. I hate you.
Hupo felt sick to his stomach, although he was prepared for Klonoa to say something like this when they met again. But it still felt like a dagger to the heart. Hupo tried to speak, but he could not get the words out without his eyes filling with tears and his throat seizing up. Klonoa started to walk away after shooting one final hateful glare at Hupo, who tried to stop him, only to fall to his knees as if his body accepted defeat.
Noah, please, I'm sorry.
Hupo whispered, his face
Sorry.
pale and his eyes watering. Klonoa's silhouette slowly disappeared as he was engulfed by the darkness surrounding the duo, leaving Hupo all alone once again. All of a sudden, Hupo felt the ground beneath him shake, as if there was a sudden earthquake. Hupo tried to get back on his feet and regain his balance. He looked up and saw what appeared to be a ginormous winged monster, with eyes that pierced the darkness with how brightly they shined. It was far away, yet Hupo could tell that it was aware of his presence. With an ear-splitting roar, the beast charged towards the prince at full speed. Hupo was helpless to stop it, as all he could do was run as fast as he could. Despite Hupo's speed, the beast was gaining on him, quickly. Hupo tripped up and fell to the floor hard. All he could do was wait as the monster dawned closer by the second. He braced for impact as his impending doom approached him. Hupo woke up in a cold sweat, breathless, with tears running down his face as he clutched his chest in fear. He was back in his room, in his own bed. He looked at the window. It was early in the morning.
What just happened?
He thought to himself.
Was that all just a nightmare? Was that really Klonoa? What the heck was that monster? Never seen anything like it.
He had so many questions. Oh, sorry.
Again!
It's fine. I'm
Okay.
happy you're enjoying this, but anyways.
Oh, Reed, there's gonna be a random character popping up.
I'll let you guys decide.
I can play pretty much any mature character, so I could do guards or Julius or something like that.
Okay.
But anyways, he had so many memories, and yet he felt like the answers to all of them were out of reach. Hubert got dressed into his usual attire, a light blue onesie?
Onesie!
With a red cape and round chrysalis sodas pads. They got ready to head downstairs and greet his servants.
Which, to be honest, people should have had better fashion sense.
Hey, not everybody can pull off a onesie. However, the moment he opened his door, a group of guards healed him by pointing long, sharp spears at the boy's face.
Freeze! Hands in the air now!
One of the guards shouted out at Hupo, their spear inches away from his throat. Although he wanted to try and resolve things peacefully, Hupo had no idea what was going on. Plus, a multitude of pointy objects aimed directly at his throat probably wasn't gonna help things much. He agreed to go with them in the hopes of finding out more about why he's being arrested. As Hupo was taken out of his room, he quickly noticed that he was no longer in the palace. He was outside. As the door to his room was the front door of a house. Confused and still a little frazzled from his nightmare.
I could take over now. A cozy cotton as they entered the palace walls. Hugo looked around at the decor and into the design. It looked like nothing he ever seen before. He was definitely not in Phantom Isle anymore.
Where am I exactly?
Hugo asked one of the guards.
Silence, dreamer! You will only speak when permitted to!
Oh, the guard slapped him. The guard snapped at him. Oh, snapped at him. Okay, why did I say slap?
Hugo slapped. I said the guard slapped him.
No, stop! Don't avoid you.
Okay, I got this. Dreamer?
Super thought to himself, confused that he has been caught in before by his mother, as he would often be caught spacing out when he's in deep thought. But he had never seen anyone use the war hood in the way the guard did so. Eventually they reached what appears to be a throne room, Sat on the throne was a tall, purple cat-like man dressed in a dark purple robe and a hat. Next to him was a smaller, yellow-skinned man dressed in a green rose. He appeared with what it looks like a large eyeball. On closer inspection, you would notice that the eyeball was actually hovering over the man's hand.
Emperor Julius, we have brought you the criminal as you ordered.
One of the guards declared.
Very good. You are dismissed.
Julius replied in a tired and drained yet authorized voice. People saw that the Emperor looked exhausted, heavy bags under the eyes, and a slouched position. He looked like he hadn't slept in days. The guards quickly exited the throne room, leaving Hugo alone with the Emperor and his right-hand man.
You have a lot of nerve, young one. Dreaming in my empire.
Julius said it to Hupo.
I beg your pardon, sir?
He was said in confusing to what the Emperor assumed him of.
You dare to speak our glorious emperor that way, boy!
The green
Green-robed man said in retort.
Someone better treat you with some manners, lest you wish to end up in the guillotine. Calm yourself, Bagoo.
Julius said to the man.
It appears that this one is not aware of the crime he committed.
Apologies, Your Highness.
Hupo said as he bowed to show respect for the Emperor.
It's just that I'm not sure of what I did wrong. I don't even know where I am. I'm Hupo, Prince of the Moon Kingdom, Crest, and a citizen of Vanamile.
Bagoo, I cannot read that word.
Snickered.
Snickered at the young prince.
Trust me, I know who you are, child. I know about your world. And I also know that your kingdom harvests dream energy. Which, if we're being honest here, incriminates you even further in our eyes.
But
Hupo spelled out in defense.
Sputtered.
Sputtered in defense! Ah!
Okay.
Enough!
Julius
shouted, silencing both the prince and the minister.
We're fighting for these things! God damn it!
Upgrade the Knights of Reality, isn't it?
Hupo of Cress, you are guilty of dreaming within my empire. Dreaming is forbidden from my kingdom. They are nothing but a pointless illusion, and serve no place in my empire. It is a sacred law that you have now broken, and now you must be punished for your crimes.
With all due respect, Your Highness,
Hupo responded.
I would apologize for what I did, but you must understand that I did not intend to dream in your kingdom. All I remember was having a nightmare, and suddenly a large monster with giant wings attacked me. The next thing I know, I found myself here.
Julius glared at him.
Do you not hear yourself, child? These delusions are one of the many reasons I have forbidden dreams from my sanctuary. You are blinded by false memories from these silly little dreams, and mistaking them for reality. I will not have you poisoning my people with your fantasies.
Bagoo snickles.
I bet you know how that feels, boy.
Hupo looked at Bagoo with a bitterness. He would rather not be reminded of his mistakes, especially by a complete stranger. Hupo turned to Julius in an attempt to reason with the Emperor.
Your Highness,
Silence, boy! I am done with your excuses.
Julius, he snapped his finger and Hupo heard the doors open behind him.
Guards! Take the prince to the dungeons and lock him up. You shall be kept there until we have decided on your sentence. Be gone!
What?
Hupo was helpless to stop the guards as he... I cannot read that word!
Started.
Escorted him to the cell. He couldn't show it, but he was scared. not just from his for himself, but for his kingdom, his world, his motto, as the shadows land such. Then unlock with a key. All he could do now was wait for an opportunity to present itself. Whatever it be a chance to reason. Oh, God, I can't read that word.
Glimpse.
Guns of the freedom. He laid on his bed, gazing at the ceiling. Glazing.
Yeah, he's frosting the ceiling apparently.
I'm
He's
sorry.
like, well, since I'm here, I might as well paint this thing.
Julius doesn't know how to keep his cell clean. Might as well change it up more stylish, but whatever. But he only saw dirty darkness above him.
I will get out of here.
He thought to himself.
I don't know how, but I will.
But first, I've got a vacuum.
It looks like Hupo is just gonna do a little bit of house cleaning, apparently. Sort of.
Well, not even keeping the cell rooms clean, so might as well take some extra job for now. But anyways, that was chapter 1, everybody. I read
Yeah.
I'd say that wasn't too bad.
Hey, as long as I enjoyed it and you guys did what you guys enjoyed it, we're all good. But anyways, anything you guys want to say?
Well, this is definitely going a lot smoother than when we first attempted.
I know. I always.
I have a feeling that the author who wrote this is gonna be even more ecstatic, and I think might find this even more humorous.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Jill, for helping us with this chapter.
Absolutely.
You're always welcome
Absolutely.
to come join us for our next ones.
Yay!
But anyways,
I mean, who knows? Who knows? I might end up having a Klonoa story where it involves Klonoa and guns.
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna call it here, everybody. I hope you guys have a good night or a good day. This is Vertical 27. Anybody want to say good night?
Have pleasant dreams, everyone! I probably will appear in the next chapter!
Good night, everybody.